Racking up debt to put presents under the Christmas tree is viewed as normal these days, but nothing puts a damper on the new year like a big credit card bill. That's why one Sioux City family is committed to making it through the holidays completely debt-free, and it's helping them focus on the true meaning of the season. If cash was as easy to come by as open properties in Monopoly, we'd all be rich.
Here's 175.
But for the Holmes family, money matters are no game. They take budgeting seriously, and they're reaping the rewards.
I think when you have a budget and you have a plan, it stretches your money. You feel like you have more money when you have a plan.
For 7 years, Matt and Jill have stuck to a strict financial plan when it comes to Christmas. They account for every dollar on a spreadsheet, so there's no excuse to overspend. And they spread out their Christmas shopping starting in October.
We make a grand list of everybody who we're going to buy Christmas gifts for. So this includes Sunday school teachers, teachers at school, you know, the postwoman, neighbors, I mean, whoever it is, relatives obviously, make a complete list. And then we sit down together, Jill and I, and we start hashing out the amounts.
The Holmes weren't always this committed to living debt-free. Like many young couples, they acquired thousands of dollars in debt after college.
We totally used to do it that way.
According to American Consumer Credit Counseling, the average American carries over $8,000 of credit card debt. And each year, the average American spends more than $900 on Christmas. In fact, more than a quarter of people in our country have more debt on their credit cards than they have in their savings account.
When you're not feeling that hit, you know, when it's on a credit card, you can just totally overspend and impulse buy and justify it in your mind. And then January and February and March roll around. We used to do that. I mean, and it literally would be thousands that you'd come back with and have interest on and debt and a sick feeling in your stomach.
12 years of marriage and 3 kids later, Matt and Jill have found that making sacrifices and spending within their means is the foundation for a debt-free family. But a strict holiday budget means some items on their kids' Christmas wish list won't be under the tree.
Like for my son last year, he wanted a big ticket item, and you know, we have a certain amount that we spend on them, and that was his whole amount. And so we had a really serious conversation with him is, do you want just one gift? And he said, yeah, I do.
Teaching their kids the value of a dollar, these parents are also reinforcing what the holidays are really about. And that has very little to do with cash or credit.
Gifts are fun and they're loving and they're nice, but it's not what it's all about, you know?
Now, even if you've already started Christmas shopping or haven't started budgeting, it's not too late to implement a few easy tips when it comes to holiday spending. Jeremy Craighead, Senior Vice President at Security National Bank, says credit cards can be great tools, but take care to stay accountable for that credit card spending. Because credit cards are so easy to get, they tend to be overused or not used properly. And whether you use credit cards or not, budgeting is key.
Budget and planning go a long ways. So, you know, a good tactic to use is maybe use this year as your benchmark year. Kind of get an idea of what are you going to spend for Christmas, and then start saving for it come January 1st. Every month you set a little bit aside to know what your expense is going to be. So when you get to October or November, you're self-financing, if you will, and you're ready to go.
Craighead also says Security National does community outreach with young people to teach them how to use credit cards responsibly. So if they do use them as adults, they know the best way to do so. Now back to the Holmes family, Tim. They have this Christmas tradition. On Christmas morning, they go to a different restaurant after they've opened gifts, and they go in mind that they're going to leave a $100 tip for their waiter or waitress. The kids love it. They were telling me all about it. So you have to hear their reaction. That's on our website at SiouxlandMatters.com. Isn't that great? And they're only able to do that because they budget it in and they have a plan. They love it.
The one thing Matt said that made so much sense too is to put a dollar value on each gift, is instead of walking through and like seeing something that you would have never thought about, but it seems cool at the moment.
Because then you don't get emotional about that
Great
spending.
story.
Yeah, great
family.
family.
Tips too, no doubt about that.